Hello, my name is Shirley Self, and I'm here to talk astrology. And today I wanted to talk about an amazing young woman named Simone Biles, considered to be one of the best athletes ever born. She was born on the 14th of March in 1997 in Columbus, Ohio. Yes, Columbus, Ohio. I don't have a birth time for her, so this is a solar chart. And here I will introduce you to the planets. We've got the moon here. The moon is in Gemini. The moon was in Gemini all day, so she does have a Gemini moon. And throughout the day, this moon was in opposition aspect to this Pluto. Remember, the moon casts a wide shadow. So we've got a moon in Gemini all day. We know that she has a moon in Gemini. We've got a Saturn in at 8 Aries. South node here is at 29 Pisces. Mercury at 26 Pisces. Sun at 24 Pisces. And a Venus at 19 Pisces. Up here we've got Jupiter at 12 Aquarius. Uranus at 7 Aquarius. And Neptune at 29 Capricorn. Pluto is at 6 Sagittarius and is the only retrograde planet. She's got Chiron here at 1 Scorpio, and North Node is at 29 Virgo, conjunct Mars at 28 Virgo. So, the moon or the sun has the Oriental planet to the sun is Venus. Venus is leading the sun, and Venus is really interesting because it is unaspected by any of the Ptolemaic aspects, and therefore she's fairly unfettered, free to do virtually what she can. And she's made exceedingly powerful by the fact that a few days before Simone was born, there was a total solar eclipse on at 18 Pisces 31. So it is that eclipse marked, set aside, enhanced this beautiful Venus in Pisces, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. So the moon and Pluto are in opposition, and that's Moon Pluto is a real difficult conflict. Pluto is obsession, and the moon here just wants to be able to think and feel its own thoughts and feelings, whereas the Pluto says, no, you should do it this way. So a Moon-Pluto, I have a Moon-Pluto conjunction, and obsession is the way I get things done, because I, like Simone, have a Saturn in Aries, and Saturn in Aries sucks. It gives you very little ability to, well, it doesn't give you any discipline. But this obsession works for Simone. The Saturn isn't totally useless. It's in a trine aspect to the Pluto, and so it's workable because of the opposition there. She can use that Saturn. She can become disciplined and use the Pluto to do it. The problem with the Saturn in Aries and having the Pluto there in opposition to the moon is that she suffers from other people's authority. And now, considering that Simone is a moon phase 6. Now, moon phase 6 are developing and finding and affirming their own authority. They are, let's look at a moon phase 6. 6 is really interesting. Here it is, down here at 6. Its body of fate over here is at moon phase 10. And the moon phase 10 is the iconoclast. You don't get to tell me who or what or how I am. I get to decide that. So it is virtually affirming to a moon phase 6 that she can run her own life, be her own person. Let me see, I kind of need to move that a little bit. The creative genius of a moon phase 6 is the craftsman up here at moon phase 24. The individual who pursues a skill as a means of self-perfection. The urge to perfect some creative endeavor that you're, or some, my son is a craftsman and he is a woodworker. And so that urge to perfect the wood is such a challenge to him that it perfects himself. He is becoming a good better human being because he pursues this craft of woodworking. The mask of a moon phase 6 is over here at moon phase 20. Moon phase 20 is the judge. This is a phase of power, a power that needs to be defined and pushed as far as you can push it. A power that you grow by using it. The thing about a 6 and 20 is that they are a phase of excess. Well, so is 10 and 24, but in a different way. The excess here is the excessive demand that I define my own self. Up here is the excessive effort put into perfecting some skill, some craft. But this is the niche hunter, and this is the judge. And what they are doing, let me show you a whole nother picture here. This right here is where 6 and 20 reside. These phases of excess. And what they're doing is, this is a card called Temperance. And that temperance is the right combination of events. And you were to seek the right combination of whatever, seeking perfection. And so what 6 and 20 and 10 and 24 are doing is they're developing their own standards. Cultural standards are too small for them. So what they do is they push the boundaries. And what they're doing here in this is, as they're pushing the boundaries, they're growing. These are the triangles of character. Character, and this was where the expansion of character is. Notice it's an upward pointing triangle. Expansion of character. What they do is virtually they expand the possibilities of human capacity. So, and here's their other 6 and 20. Their other card is the 10 and 24 card of strength. And so these are cards: temperance, the right combination of events, and strength. The connection of Mars and Jupiter are her limitations. Give her limitations. This is what you have to do. So 6 and 20 push the boundaries, and often they can go too far. For instance, Rudy Giuliani is a 6, and one can see that in his pushing of the boundaries, he has gone way too far. He has virtually lost himself. Yeats kind of talked about hitting paradise and sliding on out over into hell. And Giuliani's pretty much done that. But now we've come to Simone Biles. Considering what she does, let's look at her Mars. She's got a Mars-Neptune trine. That is protection. And you consider the danger of what she is doing. She needs and utilizes this beautiful protection The North Node is conjunct that Mars, and the creative genius of a moon phase 6 is the moon phase 24, and that's craftsmanship. Be aware of as you approach perfection, not to overshoot perfection. That's what 6 and 20 have to do, is to know when to stop, to figure it out. And she's got the intuitive power to know when to stop. And it was interesting that in the competition in Tokyo, she knew when to stop. Her intuition told her, don't, you're not ready. Don't do it. You'll go too far. And so she backed down, and that is because she's got this powerful Pisces, the intuitive powers of Pisces, and the South Node there. So she's used this. She's developed this intuitive power over lifetimes. Now all she has to do is to learn to push the physical prowess as far as it can be pushed for the betterment of humanity. You know, if we didn't push our boundaries, and boundaries are change all the time. Why? Because we grow and we learn and we get better at what we're doing. The young people born in these later days, somebody named them the Indigos and even wrote a couple of books about them. They are here to push the boundaries. They are here to expand the capacity of human action and behavior and intellect. So this Sun-Venus conjunction, of course, makes her very lovable and loving and attractive. The Sun-Mercury connection there makes her kind of egocentric, which is pretty much what you have to do when you want to spend all of that time working on yourself. Practice, and utilizing this obsessive nature. You have to be fairly self-involved, and she is. The thing about the Mercury is it doesn't ever get any more than 28 degrees away from the sun. And you get a Mercury out there, it kind of hangs out in, it's not a very comfortable place being that far from the sun. But the closer you get to the sun, the more the sun overshadows that Mercury and involves it virtually in ego issues, the sun, ego, will issues. And so she is very self-involved. That's okay. She needs that in order to do what she is doing. We've got a Chiron's over here at 1 degree of Scorpio. Now, the Chiron is square the Neptune, and so somewhere in her life she was made to feel powerless. And here also is powerlessness. Until the entity can own that opposition, own that Pluto over there, and take that power on, and her obsessive nature has built up that power. Until then, you can be very easily victimized, and she was victimized. She and many other young women were subject to the ministrations of the pedophile, of the sexual pervert, Dr. Nasser, and she's having to deal with that now. They all are. The Chiron up there. Well, it's the powerlessness. I don't have the ability now. where that Chiron actually is in that chart shows what she's powerless about. And I'll flip this in a moment and show you what I think is really going on with Simone Biles. So what else do I want to tell you? Oh, this is the way out here is to follow your dream. The way to cure this powerless feeling is to follow your dream, pursue your dream. And she has. Believe in yourself. And she does. This opposition to Mars, the Sun, Mercury opposition to Mars, is a problem with authority. And so she has to develop, because she has a problem with other people telling her who she is and what she should do, she's had to develop her own authority, and using that technical skill that comes from the craftsman, her creative genius, moon phase 24. That's that technical skill that she needs to use in order to accomplish her goals. This woman does not have, I didn't find, of course I don't know the angles, so I couldn't check out any aspects to angles, looking for quintiles, talent. What this woman has is septiles. That is the divided, 360 divided by 7. That's 52 degrees. Septiles are important. The true angle of the Great Pyramid is 52 degrees. Septiles speak to your contribution to the future, your contribution to a wave that is building, a wave that is virtually creating a new future. And so she has 3 that I know of, septiles. She's got a septile between the Neptune and the Venus. Ooh, and that's very, very nice, because Neptune rules that Venus. She's got a septile between the Mercury and Uranus. They're at 7 degrees. That's that can't be true. That's not right. I'm missing one. Let me see if I can find out where I have. It's to the Jupiter. Okay. The Mercury Jupiter, and that is a communication septile. And to the Neptune and the Pluto, another septile. So this woman, what she is doing now is a contribution to understanding and achieving human potential. She is raising our human potential by her actions. Now, the thing about a 6 is that it has to know when to quit, and fortunately, she's got the intuition and the understanding of her body that helps her to know. One thing about a 6 and a moon phase 7. Moon phase 7, the next one, and she is right on the cusp of moon phase 7, and I see a lot of it are in her. A moon phase 7 is a master of Earth. And one of the things about a moon phase 6, 7, and also moon phase 9, which is the body of fate of 7, is that these people have a true sense of where their body is in space. And you can see that with Simone, that she knows where her body is. She stays oriented in space. She knows which way is down, which way is north, etc. Okay, I want to show you what I did, because I have been admiring this woman for quite a while. And so I thought, well, let's guess. I'm going to guess her ascendant. And so I didn't do any calculations of to find an ascendant. I just said, I think she looks like a Leo rising. She has the attitude, she has the hair, and she has the looks to be a Leo rising. And what's interesting is when I put it Leo, and I put the 15 degrees deliberately, because 15 degrees of fixed signs, 15 degrees of Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus, are all release points of that energy. And so they're very powerful degrees. And so I put her right there in the middle of Leo. And that put this North Node and Mars in the second house, put her Sun and that stellium up there in the 8th house of power. And that, I think, fits the Dr. Nasser difficulty. Notice that the South Node up there, conjunct the Mercury, and remember that she's got this Chiron in Scorpio, is powerlessness. And she did not feel like she had the power to speak out. Notice the Chiron here is in the 3rd house. It's so appropriate. The Chiron in Scorpio in the 3rd house says, I do not have the power to speak up. And she says just the thought of talking or telling someone what was going on with this doctor would almost put her in an altered state, in a coma. It was that difficult. But you look at that Chiron, and speaking up is what she had to learn to do. I was thinking the day about Elizabeth Smart, the girl in her early teens, I think, was captured by this couple who kept her and enslaved her, and had her for quite a long time. And she had several opportunities to say, hey, help, I need help, this is not right, what's happening with me? To speak up and tell somebody what was going on. But she did not. She had Chiron in Gemini. She has Chiron in Gemini. And it was actually that Chiron in Gemini is, I think, in the 5th house, which meant that it inspired her virtually inspired her creativity when she learned to speak up. She wrote a book about it and has been speaking about it. So the Chiron is really important. And so the Chiron, developing personal power, this Chiron, is what this is all about. And this is not just personal power, and 8th house Sun up here. This is technical skill. Let's see. This Venus, which is highlighted by the eclipse that happened just before she was born. This Venus rules this midheaven now, and therefore I think that's might be quite appropriate, because what an eclipse will do is highlight a planet, and that planet will prove to be very important and often noticeable in the future. So I think it's appropriate that Venus, that freewheeling Venus, is it rules her accomplishments, her success. The 10th house cusp is your place where you are successful. So that's Simone Biles. That's my hypothetical Simone Biles. This is the only thing I can attest to. But what an amazing woman. And all those septiles that shows her influence on the future of, I think, sports in general. And that's at Pluto. She's transforming the sport she is in. Pluto changes forever, destroys and reconstructs. So that was Simone Biles. I admire her very much, and I wish her all the luck in the world. And I think she has enough gold medals, and if she wanted to, she could go do something else. The thing about her is she's got 6 mutable planets, and anybody that's mutable, they change. They'll do this for a while, and then they go do that. And so, go Simone. I hope you're all well. I am concerned that we are having to deal with a resurgence. So wear your mask. I'm going back and making more masks. Wear your masks and be kind to each other and tell the people you love that you love them. Bye-bye.